they trying to kill Yo Gotti right now. So he been laying low, bro. Like Yo Gotti been spending a lot of time with his family and shit like that. It's been, I don't know if this is out or nothing, but it's been several attempts on his life already this year.
Hey man, say man, it is what it was and what it's gonna be. It's already been. Truth be told, we done did it again. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. This Mothello with Mothello Media, man. Y'all know what time it is. We got Yo Gotti with alleged attempted hits on his life, man. Y'all heard big homie CC at the beginning of this video on the Cam Capone interview. He said that if you know, then you know. Ain't nobody heard a lot of information about this, but we also had Govan doing a no jumper interview, and he alluded to something similar to the same thing that big homie CC was talking about. And if you know big homie CC, man, he's one of those credible bodyguards. You know, he do a lot of work for celebrities, man, a lot of celebrities. So, you know, I guess his information checks out to be pretty credible. So most definitely, we're going to have to check into some more information on this situation when it comes to Yo Gotti and attempts on his life. But y'all hit that like button, share out the content, and most definitely subscribe to the channel. And we're going to play this video. And after that, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel. And we're going to wrap it on up.
He didn't really take it. He didn't really pay attention to it, or what?
I mean, you know,
they did get to have that conversation with him. Probably.
Yeah. He most definitely had the conversation, you know. And to my surprise, Juke didn't say, "You don't know what the you're talking about." Yeah, Juke knew what he was talking about. Matter of fact, Juke asked him, "How did he know that?" And he said that Dolph had an aunt or a cousin or something over there that lived by his dad, and Dolph had been bragging on the drill that he, you know, sent some people to get up with Gotti. And Gotti was in the Rolls Royce bulletproof truck.
Now, this next clip comes from the Lionel B interview with Hernandez Govan, where he goes in a little bit deeper and tells y'all a little bit more description on how Yo Gotti allegedly got shot at in the bulletproof Rolls Royce. Y'all check this out.
Gotti was in town for a family function, family event. And he was in his Rolls Royce truck, and Hernandez pulled up on the side of him. And, they let out about 60 rounds into his Rolls Royce truck, but he was bulletproof. And you know, I got it. He ain't gonna do no social media or can you report the crime, and that. So it kind of went under the radar. But they knew about it with the detectives and stuff. They knew because it's in our discovery. Yeah, so they had just happened about it like maybe a month or so prior. And I'm trying to keep it cute, but I don't want to say it the wrong way because I don't want to get no backlash. I mean, I don't necessarily care, but I don't want to disrespect nobody. But in my opinion, Dolph was a hustler, and Dolph wasn't a gangster. Like, you know, he didn't necessarily know how to move in the streets. There's no way that I would have been moving like that, considering what happened prior to that, and he knew what happened prior to that. So yeah, I could speak on it, and he did and gone. So yeah, if he knew what had just happened to Yo Gotti, so there is no way that I would have been riding around here like that, and I knew what just happened to Yo Gotti, and the Yo Gotti that everybody know, he probably going on his lick back.
This afternoon, the Memphis Police Department responded to a person shot at 2370 Airways Boulevard. Our preliminary investigation reveals the victim is Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. This shooting is another example of the senseless gun violence that we have seen far too often locally and nationwide. Too many families, too many mothers, too many fathers have suffered in our city. And quite frankly, I think we are all tired of it. Our hearts go out to the Thornton family and all who are affected by this horrific act of violence. Tonight, we strongly encourage everyone to stay home if you do not have to be out. We also strongly encourage everyone to remain calm as we actively perform our investigation. The Memphis Police Department is providing an increased presence in areas of the city that might be directly impacted by this unfortunate incident.
Hopes of learning more about the violent attack against rapper Young Dolph, a man who proclaimed to be the, quote, king of Memphis. His fans agreed.
I love Yo Dolph. He did so much for the city. I was, prayers to his family.
And prayers for Young Dolph's extended family. We're talking about those from the streets of South Memphis specifically. His fans gathered to reflect on the many times the 36-year-old Memphis-raised rapper would come back in order to give back.
Mayor Strickland said again tonight there will be increased Memphis police presence in potential hotspots, along with newly hired violence intervention workers assisting efforts to promote peace.
What happened yesterday was obviously a tragic circumstance, but it was a targeted murder. And because it's targeted, you don't need a citywide curfew. What you need is intervention into the two groups that have problems with each other.
All right, now, y'all heard that. With that being said, Mayor Strickland said, you don't need a curfew when it's a targeted hit. And then he goes on to say, which this lets me to believe that they knew exactly who the individuals were, because they said you don't need a curfew when you have two groups of individuals that you need to have an intervention with. It's not the whole city of Memphis. It's not everybody on the north side and the south side. No, it's two different groups that Mayor Strickland, he basically narrowed it down to, and it sums up saying the CMG and the PRE camp. That's basically what he's alluding to. So they already knew what was going on in Memphis, man. They already was aware, apparently, just by those by that statement. Man, you had big homie CC at the beginning of the video talking about all the way up until now alleged assassination attempts on Yo Gotti's life. It's still going on, man. I'm talking about after the Young Dolph killing, after his brother Big Jukes killing, which that still ain't been solved yet either. And it's a few other unalivings or murders that ain't been solved also, man, that has to do with this case. So Yo Gotti, he's living in Dallas. That's what they say. He's in Dallas and in Memphis going back and forth. So I don't know where the family is. I don't know where his mom is, but I'm pretty sure his mom is out of harm's way wherever she is. He gonna ensure that he take care of that. Yeah, man, y'all heard Hernandez Govan. He's still going on his tour. I don't know how he beat those charges, but he said he got an out-of-town lawyer that wasn't connected to nobody in the city, which was smart. But where's you getting this payola from? Where's you getting the munions from, Govan? Did you save up from the Lil Flip situation when you and Lil Flip had some, going to get, like, where's you getting this money from, Govan? That is the question, man. But yeah, y'all heard what I heard, man. So we gonna see if we can find out some more information out about this Yo Gotti's assassination attempt. Big homie CC seems to be credible. Govan seems to be a man to be unscathed. So he's telling it like it is. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share out the content, and most definitely subscribe to the channel. It is what it was, and what it's gonna be, it's already been. Truth be told, we done did it again. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm Mothello with Mothello Media, man. Yo Gotti, big homie CC, Hernandez Govan.
Handle your scandal. Handle your scandal. I'm gone.